Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Unboxed Mind of Shans. I am waiting for my daughter to get out of volleyball. It is 9 o'clock, and I still have another half hour, so I figured I had time to jump on and give a life update and talk about some things that I have experienced since, one, moving in with my mom and dad, and redoing the basement, the bedrooms, and basically renovating my childhood home. It has been a exhausting but fun project. It's really cool to see the transformations that has been happening. I've been posting some on my TikTok page and also on my Facebook, but it's been busy. So I'm definitely finding a lot of peace in that time alone and time with family, and being able to see the different transitions of that come to life from the old to the new. So with that, though, I have realized that I am a lot more aware. We've talked about self-awareness, but I am a lot more aware of my surroundings. And I don't know if it's more of I'm actually taking time to notice, but back when I lived in my old house, the one that I left to go move in with my parents, we had a great horned owl. And he was beautiful. And I loved going out pretty much every night or first thing in the morning as soon as daybreak happened and watching him. He would fly in. He would be either on the barn next door or in the tree line. Or the one time I caught him going across the pond, and it was amazing. So the other night when I was getting ready to take the girls to volleyball, I noticed when I was letting the dogs out, this large bird that flew behind my mom and dad's pond. He flew pretty low, and it was dusk, so I'm like, well, maybe it's a hawk, maybe it's not an owl, whatever. Well, then I ended up taking the girls back after volleyball. I took them back to their dad's, and as I got closer to my mom and dad's, all of a sudden this big bird flew out of the ditch, and at this point it's pitch black. I'm like, well, that is not a hawk, because they are known to hunt during the day, not at night. So it has to be an owl. I couldn't really tell what kind of owl at that point. I couldn't tell if it was my great horned owl, because I only moved about 3 miles away from where I was living when I first spotted him, or if it's a barred owl, because they're about the same-ish size. But it really got me thinking, like, what are the chances? How crazy is that I am more aware of spotting them than I ever have been in my entire life. In my house that I had before and left, I did the whole master bedroom and bathroom was like a forest theme, and owls in the bathroom, and it all came from, it was always a saying with one of my really good friends and I, that whenever you would say who, it was always, the reply was who, owl, who. So it just stuck. And once I did the master bedroom in like this forest theme, I wanted to do the master bath in an owl theme. So I just kind of tied it all together. And now I've been obsessed with owls. And now I feel like I'm noticing them more than I ever have. But another thing that I have noticed since this whole leaving that relationship and moving into my mom and dad's is the difference between when I had left other relationships and I was on my own and I had my own house, that I had a really bad habit of crossing my boundaries and not sticking to them. I would feel sorry for the person. I would go running back. I would try to, whenever they called, I would drop what I've been doing and go run back and fix their problem. And being at my mom and dad's has literally grounded me, because I feel like I'm grounded sometimes, but in a good way, in a way of I feel stronger that I can say, no, I'm not coming to rescue you. No, I'm not coming to help you. You're going to have to figure it out on your own, because I have sacrificed myself in every single relationship I've ever been for the past 20 years. I can't do it. I can't do it anymore. So that has been a huge blessing. The projects have been an even bigger blessing, because I'm learning so much more. I'm learning how to lay my own floor. I'm learning how to do trim. I have these tools to do all these things with now. So it's actually like been a really good growth phase as well as a pause phase. Now, the other day, I had, and this happened like right after I left the relationship that I was in, I would have these really dull, it felt like almost like heart palpitations, but it was like this dull, random, like my heart was like jumping from my chest to my stomach, to my chest to my stomach. And it was like these drops, like you're just like dropping an anchor inside. And I couldn't figure it out, so I did some research on it, and it's anticipation arousal. So it's like my body, my nervous system is anticipating the next drop, or anticipating something that's going to trigger my anxiety, that's going to give me a panic attack. So my body hasn't caught up with my mind, I guess you could say, where I feel at peace in my mind. My body's still waiting for something to go wrong, something to happen, for him to reach out to me. And so on Monday or Tuesday, today's Thursday, I could feel that. And it comes in waves, and then there's days where I just don't have it, and there's days and days and days that I don't have it. And I'm like, what is going on? And sure enough, I looked at my Unboxed Mind of Shan's Facebook page, and I had a message from the relationship that I just left. Needed to talk. Needed to figure some things out. No, you don't. So curious I was, and I ended up unblocking them, and I said, listen, if you need to talk, you can do it in text message. I'm not answering my phone. You attempt to call me, I will reblock you, because I am full no contact. So whatever it is that you need to figure out, you need to state it in this text message, or else you're getting blocked. I'm not talking to you on the phone. Never once told me what he needed. Never once. So really, there was no emergency. It was a matter of, you wanted access to me. You lost that. You lost that when you threatened my safety and security. You lost that when you told me that you had my other ex over that physically, mentally abused me, emotionally, all verbally, all of them, to measure out a patio. Yeah, you don't get access to me anymore. That's not how this works. So as soon as I set that boundary, and I said, listen, because he was like, well, we were supposed to be civil. This isn't civil. Yeah, you lost that right too. You lost that right to be civil. So either you state what you need, and I can tell you whether I can help you or not, or you stop contacting me and you leave me alone, like I've asked numerous times. It was crickets after that. Don't let people have access to you. The people that have destroyed you, and you have had to rebuild. And while I look like I am doing so great on the outside, and I'm like skyrocketing, which yes, I am. I am rebuilding with the bricks that I get thrown at me in life. Absolutely. But no one should ever compromise themselves for the sake of somebody else. And that is something I have learned the hard way so many times. And then some other miracle happened. after I did that, and nothing was said after that, today I was trying to rethink. So I have a lot of my stuff is in storage. I had just bought a brand new bedroom set for the house that I was living in. And it was a king size bed frame that came with the bedroom set. The king size bed is not going to fit in the bedroom that I'm currently in at my parents' house. So I was looking at just buying the bed frame from Ashley Furniture, where I got the whole set from, in either a full or a queen size. So that way it's smaller, but it also goes with everything that I already have. So I can bring that out of storage once I repaint that room. And I was scrolling through Facebook, and it just so happened that there were these people close to where I was living, or where I'm living, and they had that exact bed frame in a queen size. They had just moved here from Nashville. It's a pastor and his wife, and I don't know. Like, what are the chances? Yes, it has a couple imperfections in it, but I got that bed frame for $150. They want $500 for a brand new one in the store. Like, what are the odds? So all these things that I have been experiencing and being aware and stepping into this healing phase, and it has been mind-blowing. Like, I can't even say it's a manifestation, because manifestations is you're talking like, you know, you want to bring fortune, or you want something so badly that you talk like you already have it, right? So those aren't the things that have been occurring. The things that has been occurring are just things that I'm like, how is this aligning? How random is this? How random is it I see my owls where I'm at with my mom and dad's? Whereas when I left that house that I was in, I was like, I'm never going to see my owls again. And I was so sad. And then I saw this owl a couple nights ago. And then the feeling I had that he was going to reach out to me. And then boom, he did. And then this whole bed frame thing is how bizarre, but amazing. It is amazing when you finally set yourself free. Okay, so that was a lot. And I can't even say that. I'm not even going to make that promise that I will jump on here this weekend, because that's not going to happen. I will be boots deep or bare feet deep, because I don't even wear shoes when I do home renovations. But I'll be barefoot deep in house projects. So I'm going to be painting another bedroom and preparing to go back down in the basement and paint more in the basement. So I will not be back on here. I will attempt. Monday is going to be a super busy day. So I will try to see you all on Tuesday. Have a great weekend. And as always, stay unboxed.